Hello to you wherever you're listening or watching us from. My name is Ozonecool and welcome to another episode of the Groundbreaker podcast series where we bring you CEO and founder stories. And this time round, we talk about cooling systems. Now we are talking to an expert here in charge of controlling air quality, humidity, and temperature. And this is Eliud Limo, who is the founder and CEO of Ozonecool. Welcome to the Groundbreaker podcast.
Thank you, Award, for hosting me.
You're welcome.
Yes, I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Ozonecool Limited, based in Kenya, here in Nairobi.
Great. So Ozonecool, right?
Yes,
based
indeed.
in Kenya,
Yes.
serving the whole of Africa.
Yes, indeed.
What's your story?
Basically, Eliud Limo, my background, I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. Yeah, I studied mechanical engineering back then in the campus, got interested specifically on this field that we are in, that is cooling systems. And basically, we want more or less be in control of temperature, humidity, and air quality. We do like what is called comfort cooling, we do precision cooling, cold storage, and also ventilation systems. That's now the air part.
Right. And can you please begin by explaining to me why, for instance, humidity, temperature, and air needs to be controlled? Maybe we can start there so that we understand the significance of what Ozonecool does.
Ozonecool being in charge of the description we have given, now I'll try and dissect what we do into three categories. Like I said initially, we have what is called comfort cooling. Comfort cooling means that wherever you're seated, you need to be comfortable. Maybe in an office, in a hotel, or maybe your home.
Is that when we are talking about ACs?
Yes, air conditioning. Very, very, very well. That's air conditioning. That means that you want to give yourself a comfort environment, either to work, stay, and live. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we have another one, precision cooling. Now precision cooling will not bother about only temperature. We'll also bother about the humidity. Now precision cooling basically applies in specialized environments. When I say specialized environment, what do I mean? I mean, like, I give you an example, like data centers, and also clean rooms, where humidity and temperature is essential in the sense that if the temperature is too high, then we have a big problem in terms of data center management. So where we come in is to regulate this. We have specialized equipment that do controls and be able to dehumidify such environments, or even raise the temperature or lower the temperature by cooling.
So we can talk about server rooms, for instance.
Yes,
that's precision cooling.
Yes, that's precision cooling.
Okay.
Yeah. Then further, that's the second category. Then we have now cold storage category. Cold storage category, now we do what is called like either freezing or cold storage, whereby we have temperatures regulations between 0 to 5 degrees. That is for perishables. And then freezing means like negative temperature between 0 to 20 degrees centigrade, which means now we are trying to preserve foods like meat. Yeah. So that is for the cold storage aspect.
And when you say you're a specialist, what does this mean? Are you the one creating, developing these technologies, or are you installing these technologies?
Yeah, we design, size, design. We don't manufacture the equipment, but we size, design based on the requirements. And then we do now the supply, installation, testing, and commissioning for these equipments for our clients.
Okay.
Yes. It depends. Now, some clients come with their own design. We advise and maybe try and give them a cost-benefit analysis. In the end, we can be able to give a solution to that.
Mm-hmm. Great. So tell me about some of your groundbreaking products or services that you have so far sold.
We have done a lot of projects for comfort cooling. That is for different maybe residential or apartments, business segments. For precision cooling also, we are in that space, and we have done a lot of projects in data center cooling. We have specialized equipment for data centers where we have cold aisle and warm aisle, And also now for the cold storage facilities, yes, we have a few projects we have done, and we have also recently we are recently coming up with a product dubbed OzoFresh, which is a solution tailor-made for fresh produce and farmers. Yeah.
Let's get to that, the new product that you're coming up with, the OzoFresh. And when you talk about that, you're also talking about enabling small-scale farmers. Could you tell us what that is all about?
Now we have what is called post-harvest losses in the value chain, in agricultural value chain, and our core mandate is trying to make. Give solutions to our clients. We have a few clients who have been having this problem, and for the cold rooms we have done for them, we have really come first hand with that. And from the data that we have done research about is that at least 14% of the produce that farmers produce in the country go to loss due to post-harvest losses. And for us, we have seen this as one of the things that are bothering most farmers, and losses are real. Today, if you are transporting avocado from the maybe ripe avocados from the farm, taking to the market, that's a hot potato. You'll have to sell it as fast as you can to avoid losses. So we are in the process of, or rather in the final stage of developing this product, OzoFresh product, where we want to build cold storage facilities that are going to minimize these post-harvest losses that affecting most farmers. Yeah.
According to you, when I was reading about you, you're talking about aiming to reduce the losses in Africa by 50%. 14% is a global stat. So what makes your technology different or unique to give you the confidence that you're actually going to manage to reduce post-harvest losses by 50% in Africa?
Remember that our technology can only be able to sort the problem of food losses for perishable products. What we intend to do is build cold storage facilities with the help of other stakeholders in terms of trying to reduce those perishable products. And for us, we'll try as much as possible to ensure that whatever losses are mitigated on the perishables that require just regulated temperatures can be addressed. And of course, with this, there are so many challenges I know in the past, one of them being the power costs. Running such facilities require a lot of power consumption needed. But of course, we are trying to reinvent the wheel by maybe trying to ensure that we have a hybrid sort of a combination of off-grid and solar combination, so that we reduce on the cost of energy being used on these facilities.
And I understand that you're not only going to serve farmers in the fields, but you're also serving fisheries, you're also serving horticulture. Could you just give us a round of the type of farmers that you're going to be, this technology is going to help?
Now, the perishable product categories that I mentioned there are foods that require between 0 to 5 degrees. That is perishable, like food, like fruits and vegetables. And then we have now the ones that require minus, that's 0 to 20 degrees. These are like meat products. One of them being what you've just said, fish as one of the products. And one of the things is that incorporating this into the food chain, from where the fish, we have fisheries, or where the fish is gotten, all the way up to the market. So this is a situation whereby we have seen, of course, farmers struggle with that, and we feel like our 0 to minus 20 degrees sort of solution, like a freezer, can be able to address this issue, both in the logisticals. In future, if you can build logistical locomotives whereby we have the containerized trucks that can be able to carry that product from the fish harvest point to the market, that is now in future. But for now, we are focused on trying and as much as possible to build these storage facilities at whatever designated areas, either where the fish point is or where we have the closest point to the market or the selling point.
Can we talk about the general benefits that curbing post-harvest losses would have, positive effects that it would have to the small-scale food producers?
One is the losses. We are trying to mitigate and ensure now farmers can be able to get at least more coin onto them. And also, we are also trying to ensure that, of course, malnutrition is being addressed, because, of course, these post-harvest losses affect a lot of food value chain, and also the quantities are lowered. So we are trying to address that issue also of malnutrition, and also trying to bridge the gap between the real farmer and the business person who benefits from the sale.
Right, Eliud, whatever you're doing is achieved through the power of technology. And technology is a conversation that we're actually very passionate about here on the Groundbreaker podcast. So, in this field that you're focused on, could you please point out some of the emerging technologies that you intend to incorporate?
Yeah, well, indeed, that's a bit exciting to mention that the technology is really changing very fast. And what I can say, first of all, is that with the advent of AI, one of the things we feel like we are part of is the edge whereby we are going to offer solution to big data centers that are coming up. And what we intend to do, or rather what we have realized, is that with the technology, we can be able to mitigate some of the challenges that we're having. Now, I'll give you an example. For instance, we say that we're in charge of, for instance, machines like cooling systems or ventilation systems. Now, one of the things that we are we are incorporating into our atmosphere is that we are going to incorporate what is called specialized sensors. For instance, we have sensors that sensor CO2 or CO, that is carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide sensors. Now, conventionally, most of the systems that have been operating on full load. What I mean by full load is that sometimes you have systems like fans. I'll give you a very simple example: basement ventilation, where we have car park. In car park, we have to extract carbon monoxide from the car park environment, be it basement or in enclosed environments, and we use fans to extract. You'll find these fans running full time. That means there's a lot of losses in terms of power consumption. And now we are trying to incorporate sensors so that they can sense the levels of carbon monoxide and trigger the fans to be on at whatever specific moment that is required. Same applies to business environment, where we have enclosures where the carbon dioxide emissions are there, and you can be able to monitor. If you have an increase, then it automatically triggers the fans to come on and be able to mitigate that. So those are the mechanisms. The other thing is that, of course, there are different technologies that are coming up in terms of if you're to be able to have like run your equipment either by green energy or by the conventional grid systems. We can be able to mitigate that by, on low demand we use green energy, on high demand there's a changeover switch that switches to grid system. That is now trying to mitigate the issue of power consumption.
Last but not least, Africa is a continent of many challenges.
Yeah.
True.
Yes, indeed.
What are some of the challenges you faced along your way into innovation?
Of course, some of the challenges is the costs. The costs that come to this is a bit huge. Whereas I'm trying to explain to you some of the solutions that are there, the cost issue, be it us spending on that on the project or even approaching clients. Most of the clients will look at the cost as one of the issues that they are facing. If you approach a client with a solution and you explain to him or her how that solution can be helpful, it takes a while for him to make a decision because of the cost aspect. Yeah, so those are the challenges. Of course, the regulations are also other things that we can talk about. But the government policies right now are good and favorable. The only thing what I can say is that we are going to face these challenges as we go by. I'm not saying it's something that can stop us from achieving where we want to go. Oh, it's a journey. Of course, like I said in the beginning, being a founder of Ozonecool, we have come a long way. We started it in 2013, and with the evolving technologies and new things coming in, we are looking at expanding our markets reach, and also we are looking at being able to offer solutions better than we have been doing through the technology that advancement that is coming up.
Okay, could you please advise a young person, a youth, who intends to come up with a startup idea and develop it, or someone who's already there and is struggling with some of the challenges that you've mentioned?
First of all, start with what you have, meaning that you're educated and you have whatever you have, the skill that you have, start with that. It doesn't matter how much, actually, it's not about the costs of starting up. When most youths, I talk to most youths, they ask me, okay, after all the conversation, they'll ask me, okay, now where's the money to start it? I literally say Ozonecool was not started with, I don't have a definite uh, capital that I can give you. But what I can tell you is this: being a specialist in this field, what we started with maintenance services. Maintenance services means that we could go to a client and tell a client, we can offer you maintenance of this equipment because of the experience we have and the specialization we have. Because that is not a costly venture. You don't use a lot of money to offer that service. Two things: maintenance and design. Because initially we could start by designing, and we tell the client, now this is your design, now look for somebody who can execute it, because we don't have the capacity in terms of the cost and the how do I put it, the capital to invest in. And when banks start seeing a few coins coming in there and there, you can approach them and they can listen to you by advancing you some of the facilities based on your performance. And what I can just say, start with what you have, your skill, offer a solution in terms of, even if for our case was a design, maybe yours is another way of doing it, which will not cost you a lot. And the risk is not as high as you taking a loan immediately without developing a clientele base. And that is where we started. And we started by two clients. And of course, what sells is your performance. And referrals are the best businesses. And so far, that is what has built us. Because from one referral, we go the next one. And kind enough, you'll find some clients can be able to advance you before starting a project. And that's one of the things that can make you to springboard you to the next level. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Engineer Eliud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. And that's it for the Groundbreaker podcast. Today we've spoken about cooling technologies. And of course, with Engineer Eliud here, who's a specialist cooling technology controller.
Yes, in control of air, humidity, and air quality.
Yes, those are very big jargons for me.
Yeah.
I think it's also a learning experience for me and for all our listeners and whoever's watching us on YouTube. It's a startup, and you can always start as well. Challenges are there along the way, but just find a way to navigate. At the end of the day, that's the message that we're trying to take home. Thank you so much for listening in or watching us. This has been the Groundbreaker podcast, and my name is Awur Odongo.